Okay, we're finally back. Oh, jeez. Hello, everyone. My name is Mitz, and here back at Phoenix to Court. We're about to go to the trial, and I was planning to like just I was trying to get this to work earlier, but every single time I pressed enter to continue on to the next thing after the whole, oh, you're in the courtroom lobby. It's 2 o'clock, 10 a.m. It's 13 p.m. The game immediately crashed, went back to the main menu of Pyrite. Oh, that was a whole fun time to go all the way back to an old save and get all the way up to this point. Oh boy. Even though I already saved immediately, I'm just going to save again because I don't trust anything anymore. Oh boy. We're going to the trial, and we went to we found the gosh dang hidden room by climbing up a drain pipe. You know, the whole place is teeming with evidence, which I'm assuming either Snow's going to give us to us right here, or it's going to be given to us, like, literally as he testifies in the trial. And there's two suspicious characters right now, and obviously, the main suspect is Mapplethorpe, right? Right? Right. All of it comes to him, right? Of course it does. No one else, obviously not. Hey, mate, glad I caught you. Did it snow? What is it? Relax, that ghost hunter will be testifying today. Ah. Oh, for your sake, I haven't had a belting out the chief for nothing. Oh, jeez. It's something amusing how Snow always describes his chief as some sort of monster. It must be so vastly different than Damon Gant. He can't be that bad. Can he? In more ways than one. I have a pretty strong feeling that Mr. Barrows knows something. I'm going ahead with it. That's a light to hear. Oh, what the fuck is that place? And don't worry, he won't be the only witness who'll be cross-examined today. Oh yeah, Mapplethorpe's gonna be coming up. And since Cedric Mapplethorpe is, I'm assuming he's gonna be the next witness, that obviously proves that it was him, because we gotta say the best for last, right? I'm definitely not nailing this to the ground. You mean Cedric Mapplethorpe, right? Who's Cedric? I was talking about Thomas. Thomas?! Yep, you'll be having a hard time trying to crack that one, let me tell you. He's adamant about what he says. He's been steady as a rock throughout the questioning. I'm just wondering exactly what the police think it gets so worthy about his testimony. Like what he saw that night. Like maybe he was there. Oh boy, I wonder if he's gonna mention the whole fact that he stood watch outside the room the whole time to make sure everyone went back to their rooms and stayed that way until the police showed up. That would also mean that somehow, if it isn't him, that somehow the killer, like, you know, messed with some of the evidence quite a lot. But there's the whole fact of him, how they move some of the items in the room and move it downstairs. Well, he said before that, the window has to be locked beforehand. Well, since it's a key, which can unlock and, you know, lock the windows from outside, like the drain pipe for the first hidden room for the window, that means the killer, like, went through the window, like, unlocked that beforehand? Or, like, it was always unlocked and then, like, somehow they found the key and locked it again? But again, that points to Mapplethorpe because the key was in his diary. And to be honest, I think he's telling the truth. Oh. I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed calm while calling the police. What? No, he didn't. Wait, what? Huh? We didn't get a call from the hotel. We knew about the crime from this note, remember? Oh, yeah. Oh. 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 It's definitely Mapplethorpe. Mapplethorpe didn't call the police? Oh yeah, you wanted to add the evidence to the court record, yet, right? Since the police have now authorized it, you can use it in court now. Thank you, Detective. All necessary evidence from the room 106 adds to the court record. Okay, let's take a quick glance through that. Oh. That's new. A bullet in the room of 206 and a ceiling of 106, caused by quite a large bullet. Definitely has to be that cannonball bullet then. Gray powder found in room 106 in the first floor corridor is actually stone dust from the angel statue, and it's not gunpowder, because then I'm pretty sure if that was the case, they just lit a match and just blow this place sky high. Angel statue, strange statue found in room 106. Part of it's been broken off. I don't think would like a gothic angel statue really be part of a nursery. Well, I mean, the flint-like pistols are like, you know, decorations. So maybe since, you know, Cedric's brother died, they decided to be more depressing and put that in the nursery. This is where he died. Why is there an angel statue here? That's to show exactly where he died. What the hell? Hat and coat. Black hat and coat from room 106. There's also a bull which at the hole. Yeah. What was it? If we're going to the whole fact, like, ghosts don't exist, even though Mayan spirit channeling and all that. And Mayans, I don't think it's going to show up at all in this case, so. No channeling for us. Dang. The last we heard of her was in the first day investigation. Jesus. And if there was actually literally a person in the room up there, maybe, like, they heard about the whole ghost story thing and decided to get the whole coat and hat to look like the ghost, so they can, like, anytime. So for people who've heard the ghost story, they'll see it and immediately think it's the ghost, and wouldn't register as anyone else. Which, if Vic Barrows is telling the truth, he had no idea what the ghost was, or even their name, or the ghost story itself, then that means it couldn't have been him. Which, to be honest, makes less sense, because if we're going with the idea that Cedric Mapplethorpe was downstairs and he had the gun, and he, like, you know, shot upwards accidentally for some reason, and who was wearing the trench coat up in the upstairs thing? Was Greason in there? But everyone entered and saw him go into the room by the door. So, what? Ah, jeez. Continuing on. Wireless earpiece on room 6. Earpiece, huh. Metal ball, a small black metal ball found in room 106. I'm assuming that's the amateur pistol. Empty coffee cup, an empty coffee cup found in room 106. So I'm assuming that's the Cafe Mocha, which as the bellboy said, it's Mapplethorpe's favorite. How can it not be him? The room 106 doorway has been bricked up. From the outside, it looks like there's no door. So, So it could be either two things. So either this door was blocked up from the very beginning, and, you know, the killer went up like the drain pipe into the window and had that whole gunshot thing, or literally the gunshot happened and there's like, oh shit, they just brick the whole place up, like in the middle of the night, like between, you know, the guests seeing the body and going back to their rooms until the police showed up. They bricked it up between them. So and that's it. Got quite a lot, and lots of pieces to try to connect, like with string. Hey, isn't it your client sitting over there? But where? Yeah, if you'll excuse me, detective? Sure thing. Good luck in there. Okay, see ya. Mr. Ruben, how are you feeling this morning? Mr. Wright, are you sure about this? About what? Well, I shot somebody. I took a life. There's no upside to this whole thing. I'm guilty. Mr. Ruben, I don't believe you really shot anyone. Well, I mean, you shot someone who was wearing a coat, so, if that theory is right, so, you kind of also did kill someone if it wasn't the victim. That's probably not gonna make you feel better, but, you didn't kill a victim. Finger guns. What? What makes you say that? During the investigation, I found a hole in the floor of the victim's room. It's possible the gunshot actually came from that room below. Really? Then, what did I shoot? I might have an idea. I want to ask you for a favor. Of course, anything. Would you be alright to testify today? Testify? What do you want me to say? Tell the court exactly what you told me yesterday, about your returning memories. Very well, then. Oh, this is gonna be great in your favor. Court will commence in 3 minutes. Well, here we go. The last trial. It'll all be over after this, Miss Ruben. April 4th, 10 a.m., District Court. Number 2, number dose. Court is back in session for the trial of Maris Ruben. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Me too. Very good. Now, has another investigation on the first floor been... Judge, why have you stopped talking? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Brisbane. Usually at this point, you would interrupt me. I must have automatically stopped. Oh, I apologize for not interrupting you, Your Honor. Really understandable. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Has another investigation on the first floor been... Yes, Your Honor, and quite a thorough one at that. The prosecution and the police couldn't find a thing. but word has it that the defense requested a second investigation later that evening. After finding, and I'm quoting Snow here, a bloody truck full of evidence. The prosecution is right, Your Honor. It turns out the first floor held quite a lot of very strange objects. Really? Well then, where is this evidence? It just brings the whole dumpster truck into the courtroom. I must admit, Mr. Wright, this is quite a find. Quite a find indeed. How on earth did the prosecution miss all this? I fucking hate you, Mr. Wrong. I don't think I've ever seen Brisbane speechless before. It doesn't matter where you found it, Mr. Wrong. What matters is whether or not this evidence means anything. Like, you know, meaning understanding is in the eye of the beholder. Remember, the first floor of the hotel is in the midst of a huge refurbishment. This could all just be junk lying around from before the renovations. I guess so. That's probably why we didn't pay attention to it, Your Honor. Well, I mean, you could also just say, we couldn't find the room itself, so yeah. I see. I hope that the new evidence discovered by the investigation means something, Mr. Wright. Because no new facts are presented to the court? Wait, I just realized something. If the police actually did go into that room, did they tear down the walls, like the doorway to the room, or did each of them one by one climb the drain pipe like we did? Oh, that'd be an entertaining sight. Understood. Now then, shall we begin today's proceedings? No, I want to go get a coffee, you know. Do you want to come, Brisbane? Fuck off, Mr. Wrong. Like, someone doesn't like coffee anymore. We have another witness from the hotel we need testimony from. Actually, Your Honor, there are other people I'd like to hear testimony from, too. What? You have your own witness? Let alone 2? Yes, I'm a very popular guy. 3 witnesses in total will be hearing today? Very well. Mr. Wright, why don't you start us off by calling in your first witness? Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to call the defendant, Ruben, to the stand first. I guess I'm going to hold fact them, everything of the crime makes sense exactly if, if Ruben tells exactly how she did. Like him, picking up the gun and, firing a shot, but after that, it's going to be probably an uphill battle from there, even though it definitely is going to be relevant. The defendant? She has yet to elaborate on her actions in the night of the crime. Indeed so. The court calls the defendant to the stand. Your name and occupation, please? It's Mrs. None of Your Business. My name is Ruben, and I'm the maid at the Maple Thorpe Hotel. I'm not asking much for you, Miss Ruben, but I'd like you to testify about your actions the night of the crime. Okay. I can do that. Mr. Wrong, what are you hoping to achieve from this? Does the defendant really need to explain her actions when the evidence says it all? I mean, sometimes the evidence is also wrong, too, you know. You can't say that for sure yet. We need to know exactly what she did that night. I agree with the defense. Miss Ruben, was it? A lovely name. Would you care to tell us what happened that night in the victim's room? Oh yeah, I'll also say Ruben's last name. Miss Ruben's last name is pretty cool. Cool name at the time. Yes, Your Honor, of course. Sure. The defendant's POV. Ah, dang, I always like perspective shots. It was just before 1 in the morning. Mr. Nim through room 206 ordered a cup of coffee. I cut my hand to the stairs on the way up. After putting on gloves to hide it, I continued. Well, he brought it in and laid the tray on the table, and suddenly he turned on me. That's another thing. We have no idea why the victim suddenly wanted to kill the maid for some reason or other. I mean, he brought a gun, too. Just to try and find him off, I picked up the gun and backed towards the door. I was nearly there when I heard a really loud bang. And then I saw the ghost by the window. That's what happened, honestly. My, stay corrected. Looks like a confession was just what the prosecution needed. Oh, God. Are you sure you wish to cross-examine your client, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I feel that Mr. Ruben's story needs analyzing properly. For my case later on. I'll never understand you defense attorneys. You'll trust anyone. Well, I mean, I trust you. Humble. You. You. Even the guilty. I'd like to begin the cross-examination, Your Honor. Very well. Begin, Mr. Wright. Defendant's POV. Okay, we still have... apparently our investigation from last time was completely terrible, so let's continue on to this one. Nice. Okay. Press everything, because information is powerful, unless it's information hazard, and we're screwed. What sort of coffee did the victim order? It was an espresso, I'm fairly certain. It just seems odd that the victim would order a highly stimulating drink at 1 a.m. Well, I mean, it could just be like, you know, decaffeine coffee. Let alone 2 cups of coffee, as the bellboy testified. Okay, I agree coffee is the best choice of beverage for so late at night. They could just have hot chocolate as well. I mean, that's just like roasting on a warm fire. But what are you getting at? How is this even relevant? Okay, I don't know quite yet. When the victim really wants his coffee and he ordered it twice from 2 different people, huh? Maybe just like call the bellboy, just like, I'll look a cafe mocha, please, and it just hangs up. Oh, fuck, I forgot my own drink. I would like an espresso, please. Coming right up, sir. Well then, continue the testimony. I cut my hand to the stairs on the way up. Putting on gloves to hide it, I continued. Did you enter the victim's room still wearing the gloves? I did, yes. I didn't want him seeing my wound after all. I couldn't bear the thought of even more criticism my services made. Oh boy, oh boy, I can only imagine the time when everyone has that one time of someone just looking at the stuff you do and just like, oh, that's so stupid, and you just like, yeah, cool. You just stand in the corner, cried to death. I see. So you entered the victim's room, then what? I brought it in and laid the tray on the table, but suddenly turned on me. I have no idea why the victim decided to go against her. Could you elaborate on what you mean by turning on you? Well, I walked past him and placed the tray on the table near the window. He wasn't very, I guess, hostile before then. Oh my gosh, the coffee! The coffee was the problem! He was so mad about your work that you brought the wrong coffee, even though the bellboy came first and brought off his drink, so you brought the wrong coffee! And just your service was so terrible, he wanted to kill you for it. I mean, you've seen those people just like, it's just a pickle in my hamburger. I'm gonna sue you all for it. Ugh. When I turned around to leave, he was looking at me with a really dark expression. And he seemed to be looking at my hands. The gloves? Huh. At your hands? How come? I don't know. Maybe it's because my gloves? Yeah. Possibly. But I don't see how your gloves were any reason for him to attack you. Not on its own anyway, but if that's what he's so fixated on, then maybe he saw something else from that? So, victim's gloves. Did anything do anything else with the Pierce ending? Well, just to try and find him off, I picked up the gun and backed towards the door. Did you not think it was strange to see a gun just lying there? No, Mr. Wright, the moment just took me. Mr. Nymph was approaching me, and without thinking, I just picked it up. Ha! I knew it! You did pick up the gun! You're lying. Mr. Brisbane, please, will the witness finish? But I didn't mean to use it. So no intention of actually using the gun, correct? Yeah, I just wanted to scare him off when I made my escape. But he kept approaching me. He wouldn't back off. I was afraid that he saw through my bluff. Just as I was starting to worry about actually firing, I was nearly there when I heard a really loud bang. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. You're gonna mention about you actually pulling the trigger. Okay. Time to get ready. Mentally prepared. Time to steel myself on. Hold on, Court. I need to put on my pseudo armor. What the fuck are you doing, Mr. Wrong? You'll understand in time. No, it's so loud. It seemed to come from all around. And I think it came from the gun I fired. Ha! You hear that, Judge? She admitted she fired the gun. Surely this can't be open for further discussion. Miss Ruben, are you admitting to the murder? Yes, No, Your Honor. Wow, that's an open shut case. We had to accept your first answer. Calm down, Mr. Brisbane. Miss Ruben, those are grave charges against you. Wait a moment, please. I think I remember something about when I fired the gun. That loud noise I heard? I think I heard it slightly before I pulled the trigger. Slightly before? Are you sure?
Objection.
Rubbish. She's just trying to screw up the facts. There's things that I heard the loud noise slightly before she fired the gun. So... Wait... Oh, literally the two guns being used, like, were literally, like, they fired over top each other, like, almost the exact same time. So it was a complete freak accident. Yay. Since the bellboy mentioned it was a loud booming noise with a sharp, you know, snap like a gun, that means that the gunshot from the gun Maris holding was overpowered by the sound of the flintlock pistol. If she's telling the truth, I'm willing to bet that I know what she's talking about. Your Honor, the defense would like Miss Ruben to add this information to her testimony. Assuming we have press the flintlock pistol or something like that? The fact that the defendant has fired the gun doesn't seem to put her in a good light. But if you can prove that the sound she heard did happen before she pulled the trigger? Very well. Miss Ruben, would you mind elaborating on your point? Yes, of course, Your Honor. It could have been my imagination, but I think I heard the noise slightly before pulling the trigger. Are you sure about that? Slightly before. It seems strange thinking about it, but that's how the memory seems to be to me. Actually, I remember jumping in shock from the sound, and as a result, I must have accidentally fired. This doesn't change the fact that you shot the victim, does it? Only can you prove to the victim? I demand bulletproof evidence, ballistic markings. You can't prove it, can you? Well, you can't prove that she's not guilty, then can you? Shut up! I wish Braceman would give her a break. I'm pretty sure as a maid she had plenty of breaks. She doesn't care about her feelings, just wants to see you get a guilty verdict. This is everything Maris told me yesterday. It's time to start analyzing and comparing it with the evidence. Anything that seems vague may need pressing too. Since we pressed everything, assuming we have to present the gun, the full pistol at that last statement because of the booming gunshot, I heard a really loud bang. And then I saw the ghost by the window. Oh, we forgot this. Oh, we probably skipped over it. Ghost by the window. Are you sure it was the silhouette of the ghost? Of course! He wore a long coat and hat! Just as Cedric always told me. A long coat and hat, huh? It's like a trench coat? Imagination, I think I heard the noise before pulling the trigger. So just the fact, like, the coat and hat, she saw, like, you know, someone wearing it means there's someone in the room. But literally doesn't seem to point to anyone for some reason or another. I guess I could go to Vic Barrow's client if we're gonna believe the fact that, you know, if Vic isn't lying about he is the worst ghost hunter ever, and you know, yeah, client may have some want to do something with the whole ghost story and brought those clothes in, but of course there's a whole other thing about yeah. Wait, actually thinking about it. If the culprit was, like, the person downstairs... Like, if the culprit was the person who shot the gun from downstairs in room 106, and he came up and, you know, found his own gun and all that, what... Actually... I was gonna say it wouldn't make sense, like, to get rid of the clothes. Wait, that's another thing, actually, as well. So, like... I mentioned before in the last episode, was, at the same time... Like, she saw, like, someone in the, like, hat and coat, like, move, like, you know, by the window, like, the moonlight of the window. So someone there, but literally, based on how the bullet hole went into it, it would have shot whoever was wearing it in the heart. But there was no blood, it seems like, on the coat or anywhere in the room. Like, the whole thing about luminol, I guess you could say. The police, if that wasn't even brought up, the whole fact about luminol, then... That means there wasn't any blood, and I doubt there wasn't any blood to speak of inside the nursery room. That, or we had to like call for that sort of scientific investigation ourselves. It's all one big thing. Imagination, but I think I heard the noise slightly before pulling the trigger. So maybe we present the flintlock pistol here, since it could have just been overshadowed by that fact. Let's see. Objection! Nope. It's not. It's clearly faulty, Your Honor. She said she didn't. She shot the gun. That's wrong. Well, I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. Fuck. He must be on the track. Almost 1 in the morning. Room was 206 order coffee. Took my hand to the stairs on the way up, but putting on clothes to hide it, I continued. I brought it in and laid the tray on the table, and suddenly he turned on me. Just trying to find him off, I picked up the gun and backed towards the door. I was nearly there when I heard a really loud bang. Then I saw the ghost by the window. It could have been my imagination, but I think I heard the noise slightly before pulling the trigger. so far, like, the whole testimony seems actually on the nose, so unless we, like, this is a weird roundabout thing again. Oh god, there's like another second roundabout thing. Like, I'm, like, okay, well, no one else could have moved the secret room. Like, no one can move the secret room, so, and kill the victim, so who could it be? It was the real killer, and just present that profile. That's still weird. Hopefully there's no more. Oh god, I swear there's another thing here. Yeah. Traces of blood is inside of them. Oh, well, yeah, there's another thing, like, there's gloves inside, like, the blood is inside her gloves, so, Can't remember if, like, we actually called for that after, like, you know, we found out about an injury. I'm thinking we called about an injury, so, unless we go to the police, like, did you do a luminol test? And just be like, what the fuck is luminol? Then it's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Stuff in another room. I doubt it's gonna be much of a thing. Oh, is this simple as I'm just presenting the real gun because it was only fired once, so it couldn't be. I guess it's a one step at a time thing. Hopefully it's right. Let's see, because I like save scumming. Nice. Okay, let's see. Try to find him off. That could definitely work, right? Bang. And then I saw the ghost in the window. It could have been my imagination, but I think I heard the noise before pulling the trigger. So, obviously before this proves that, like, the gun was only fired once, yet she heard 2 gunshots. Hopefully it's that. Nope. I swear, I think I'm on the right tracks, but not the right statement or something like that. Let me just, Mr. Nymph of room 206, order a cup of coffee. Oh boy, we're just gonna be stuck in this loop every single time. Yeah. Room 101 in the morning, Mr. Nymph of room 206, order a cup of coffee. I had the stairs on the way up, you're putting on the gloves to hide it. I continued. Brought in, laid a tray on the table, and suddenly he turned on me. Do we have to explain them, like, okay, so if we're going to the whole thing about, how the other games, like, do this whole roundabout thing, do we have to, like, somehow prove, like, why the victim wanted to try to kill Maris Ruben, like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere? Since they were so fixed in their gloves, like, should we present the gloves and, like, or maybe press this again? Maybe something new could happen? What do you mean by turning on you? Let's see. I walked past him, turned around, really dark expression. You seem to be looking at my hands. So, the reason he wanted to kill Maris is because she was wearing gloves. I guess? I mean, I think there was a few guests, or I think it was maybe just Detective Greason who just looked at it, saw her wearing the gloves when everyone was at the scene, was like, you're the most suspicious because you're wearing gloves. And I think the same way with the bellboy said, like, why, like, we don't usually have those kind of gloves at the hotel. So maybe that was it? Maybe they present that. Let's see, since we're just going off in weird circles. Nope. Oh boy, how many of these are in the game? Oh boy. I'll try to figure out one more thing, and if not, we'll just end this off here, because, oh boy, please don't tell me there's a lot of these in this game. I don't remember if I did or not. So, Nymph, order a cup of coffee. Because there's little, like, weird, like, small contradictions that I can just point out here, but of course, I just know I'm, I guess, clear-cut thing. Like, so far, it seems everything she's saying is completely true. It seems to match up quite nicely with other things that I've been, like, just non-stop theorizing. Bang, and then I saw the ghost with the window. I hope this is not another thing with the, like, press more statements again. Imagination, but I think I heard the noise before pulling the trigger. Maybe again. Or jumping shock. Result accidentally fired. Everything all over again to be sure. Coffee, espresso. The victim also ordered the bellboy to get a cafe mocha. Coffee's not the best thing to drink in the middle of the night. Why not drink some iced coffee instead so you wake up even more? Wait, why are you waking up even more in the middle of the night? Brought in late on the tray on the table, something turned on me. I've never seen this before. Yeah. Just be sure, the gloves. Something about the gloves made the victim want to, like, you know, attack her? Backed up the gun, picked the gun back to the door. Oh, the moment just took me. I missed it approaching me with a thing. I just picked it up. Yeah. I missed that part. I'm interested in actually using the gun. Really there with a bang. Where the sun came from, it's gonna come all around. It came from the gun I fired. Brisbane being an ass over there. Brisbane still being an ass. Something else from the gun aside before I pull the trigger. Just get the facts like before she heard the gun. You can prove that the sound she heard did happen before she pulled the trigger. You can prove that the sound she heard did happen before she pulled the trigger. Very well. Okay, so what do we prove that point then? Maybe I'm going around in circles. How do we prove that happened before then, though? That's the thing. Heard the noise. So we have to prove this about our statement. So let's see. Gun. Well, like, it's not either the guns because they're both fired, like, once. Gloves. What was this again? There's a loud booming gunshot. Oh, are we going about the whole fact about the sharpness about it? Hopefully. Nope. No? I swear. This has to be just Occam's razor, but I just can't see it at all. Okay, I'm probably just pressing things all over the place, but I'm, okay, so it's not either the two guns, and the bellboy's testimony about the whole thing about the sharp and the booming gunshot thing. Is it? And, I mean, is it the bullet hole in the ground? Could it just be simple as that? Okay, god damn it. Oh my god. Oh boy. Mr. Ruben, I think I have an explanation for why the sound wasn't in sync with your shooting. Simply put, it wasn't your gun that made the noise. Oh, never mind the fact that I'm, both this gun, like, only has one shot. Well, I guess that's not exactly a thing because there's, like, 2 gunshots, but we can't prove that. Full-on pistol was already faltered once, but I already present that immediately first. Then I'm the bellboy's testimony. Doesn't make sense there, doesn't it? But no, the bullet hole, I guess. Oh, okay. It wasn't your gun that made the noise. That's what I thought. You mean you have proof? Yes, I do. The noise wasn't caused by the firing of your gun. This is what caused the noise. Body tape, Mr. Wright? Are you senile now? No, the hole in the ground. But how can a hole make a sound, Mr. Wright? God damn it. What is that, Mr. Wright? Something else the police missed the first time. A bullet hole in the floor of the victim's room. What? The police missed a huge hole like that? It's underneath the body tape. Whoever laid it must have missed it. What? I demand that officer be fired right now! Oh boy. That means you too, Mr. Brisbane. So the sheer stupidity the officer's side. You're saying that hole was caused by another gun? How can you be so sure? Are we literally gonna do the evidence which I already presented several times over because of this? Oh yeah, let my pistol go. What's that supposed to be? What do you... Oh my god! You love wasting your time, Judge Penalty, now. How? That a hole was caused by another gun? How can you be so sure? Are we gonna prove the fact, like, it was only fired once anyway, so... Oh my god! Oh my god! What is this? Ah! The hole was caused by another gun, I can be so sure. If no, either of the guns can't prove it, then what am I supposed to do here? Bellboy's testimony. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Oh, look at that. Looks like we're all done. Well, we're gonna leave this off here because apparently I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be fired from my job as a lawyer. I'm sorry, Maris. I know you're very self-critical about your own self-service, but looks like I need to do more so on mine. Sorry. Oh boy. I'll get back up to that point like next time because oh Jesus, my God. I swear, I have the whole thing ready, but it's just like one of those things where you have to present the exact right amount of the right evidence. If you present anything like, tangentially related, not completely on the mark, you're dead to us. Oh God. Now thinking ahead to how what was it? Conflict of interest. That fan game's gonna go. Later, that game is all about that. In an even harder case, instead you have to present every single piece of related evidence for different things. I remember that part well, and oh God, I'll leave off here then. Ooh, oh boy. Ah, God. It's gonna be a whole fun time to get back to this after the whole glitch I had trying to get this all started up. Just the game kept crashing to the main menu after a bit. Oh boy, but I'll try to figure that out in the meantime. So, for fun time to watch as I am playing this. See you next time, what time may be, and I all hope you have a fantastic day.